Hello and welcome, brothers. This may well be a poignant question. This is going to be an unboxing, so there will be products and things. It is Warhammer Wednesday. Probably not even a Wednesday. You know what I'm like. Who is this hobby for? I recently made this purchase from Games Workshop. It came to about £86. And I'll show you what's in this box. It wasn't a large order. It was a small order. But it was such a huge amount of money. Well, I think anything over £20 is a huge amount of money. But then again, that's me. I mean, you know, I suppose if you're a millionaire, then that your values, your views about money may be different. But I spent £86 on this order. I'm not shy of saying that, and it was a lot of money. And that got me thinking, instead of looking at it in a negative way, turn it on its head and see the positive. And the positive in this case is it has now spurred me on to make a video about this. It spurred me on to post this question to you all, to the subscribers, long-time subscribers, the new subscribers, the viewers, if you just check this video out because of the thumbnail, I'm not sure. But anyway, this really is, just got to remove my personal information, but I will carry on talking. It really spurred me on and got me thinking that this is a huge order. And, well, not a huge order, a hugely expensive order. And it got me thinking about this question, who is this hobby actually for anymore? When I was a kid, when I say a kid, I'm talking about 12, 13, when I was a teenager as well, I thought the hobby was really for me. Me and middle-aged men, that's fair enough. Not in a creepy kind of way or anything like that, but I just thought it was for me. The hobby was for me. But now, you know, I'm a proper adult and things. Well, I try to be, and I've just thought that this hobby is actually, it might not be for me anymore. It might be just for the rich, because with all the responsibilities and things, obviously your income and things go down, but essentially you look at how much you spend, and I figured out that this hobby, this Warhammer hobby or Games Workshop hobby, is my most expensive hobby. It's more expensive than video games. It's more expensive than collecting knives, because knives are about £40–50 a pop. They may be over 100 and made of exotic materials such as titanium and things. And it's more expensive than my watch collection, well, you know, collecting watches in general. It's my most expensive hobby because the paints are £2.40 a pot. The glues are quite expensive. The models themselves are pretty expensive. You're talking 30 quid for 5 models these days. 5 models, 30 quid. Tanks are 40 or 50 pounds for one model. Some models are 70 pounds just for one. So it's a very expensive hobby. I remember when you could get 5 Space Marines for 5 or 6 quid. Now they're like 15, 16 quid. You're not going to get much change from a 20. So the hobby is very expensive. That got me thinking about the question of knives. Have the cost of knives gone up? You older viewers, or I'd like to call you more experienced viewers, I really would appreciate your input in the comments and things regarding knives. Whether there are, I mean, I would have thought that there's more knives and more choice and things these days, even though the laws are a bit more restrictive. But yeah, so I'd really, you know, value your input whether knives have changed that much in terms of prices. So yeah, that got me thinking about this as being my most expensive hobby. And I'll show you the products. I'll probably open them and things because I'm going to do separate videos of them. But in that box we have this. This is the Warhammer 40,000 rule book, but it's the smaller rule book, but it's hardback, and it's kind of like a more portable version. I will do a review of this and like an unboxing, take the wrapper off and things. But that was one thing in the order. Another thing was a box of miniatures, 5 of them. These are Death Company. I'm just going to use them to kit bash the remaining spare parts that were left over from the Vanguard Veteran box set. So that's 5 Space Marines. That's about £20. And then this is the biggest money grab from Games Workshop I've ever seen. If ever I could see one, this is it. Space Marine Captain. Not a commander, a force commander, or a chapter master, just a captain. A Space Marine that leads 100 other Space Marines. They have the tactical, you have 60 tactical Space Marines, you have 20 Assault Marines and 20 Devastators in a company. And then you have this big cheese leading them with his funky helmet hairdo. Funky helmet do. £18 for one plastic model. It's not fail cast, I mean fine cast. It is just plastic, £18. I understand, yes, casts cost a lot of money, but change the prices of other things so that one plastic model doesn't cost 18 quid. Try not to be negative. I'm trying not to be negative. Another model here. Another £18 for one model. One plastic sprue model. I will be doing a combined review on both of these. And that's the order. That is it. 4 items, 5 men, 2 boxed men, single, and a book. Nearly £90 for 4 items, 4 units. £90 basically. And I wondered, who is this hobby for? And that was the point of the video, just to put that question out there. Who do you think it's for? Is it still for the kids, for the teenagers, that they can drop nearly 100 quid on a book and 6 models? 100 quid for 6 models and a book? Is it for the mid-20s, for the late 20s guys, who have a bit more disposable income, that may still that have rents to pay and council tax or poll tax for your older gentlemen? So, or is it for the happily married gentleman who has a bit of pocket money that his wife allows him to spend on the hobby and has to save up for a good few months to pay for some of these things? I mean, obviously everybody's circumstances are different, but I've just thought that I'd do this little unboxing and create this question of who this hobby is really for anymore, because to be honest, I'm not sure who it's for anymore. And that's important, because as a business you've got to understand your target market. I mean, in order so that you don't price yourself out. Everybody talks about the price of Games Workshop products and things like that, but £86 in dollars is what, $130, $140? That's a lot of moolah. So there we go. That's my question. Put your answers below, who you think the hobby is for. If you have enjoyed this video of me just rambling, like the video, finger bang that thumbs up video, like button, and thanks for watching today. Remember, post a comment, whoever you are. Thanks again. The Emperor protects, but not your wallets.